welcome back to Air at Military Collectibles. So again, in my video today, what we're looking at is NBC suits. Something that isn't commonly thought of. Nuclear, biological, chemical warfare. Big threat during the Cold War. The first Gulf War as well. Was lots of worry because Saddam himself had used chemical weapons on the Kurds in the north and during the Iranian war. So he was a high threat in relation to using chemical warfare. The Russians as well was believed that had the capability and the possible willingness to use chemical warfare equipment if it broke out. So what we're looking at here is we're looking at the actual how they were issued and how they were carried in your bags, because these have a life shelf. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but if you're in what's called a dirty environment where there's radioactiveness and stuff, these suits are meant to be in the plastic and you're only supposed to put them on, and then they have a certain period of time that you're supposed to change them. You're not supposed to be in them 24/7. Doesn't always work in military standards, but this is the way that they would be issued and the way that you were supposed to keep them. You would have had a training suit that you would have used for training drills and things like that, and basically they used to come up with ingenious ways of training you with NBC. One of ours was to put on all our gear, including the overboots, and play football. Guys were getting sick in masks and everything, doing circuits, do the obstacle course in your battle PT, or do battle PT, do circuits, do all the types of training in your NBC suits, and it was absolutely horrendous, to say the least. So these are your 3-man articles you will be issued. So I'm just going to hold these up to the camera so you can read them. So this is your trousers, protective, NBC, number 1, Mark 3. This is your NATO number, part number, suit, NBC, there you go. Size medium, so this was my size. Size medium. Date it was packed, you can see that, so it's February 1984. And the fabric date when the fabric was made is there, 1983. Primary seal package. So it's a package in a package. So there's your trousers. That's what your trousers would have looked like. Number 3, which is the size. If I remember correctly, it's got something to do with the size. The number 3 with a line on it. Here is your smock. Some guys would actually bring their training smock with them. On it, because they're actually very warm during the night and stuff like that. I'm not going to open these because obviously they're in the packets and stuff. I will try and find one of the same date and same time that weren't used, or that was used. You can see what the smock looks like. So there you go. There's your batch number again above your NATO stock number. Smock protective NBC number 1, Mark 3. Suit part NBC, there you go, size medium, quantity 1. Date it was packed again is February 84, and the fabric 83. There's your smock and your pants. Now you had a certain period of time as well to get these out, get them on and use them before you died. Yeah. When I think of the training and stuff that we used to have to do with these things, it was absolutely horrible. So there you go. Overboots NBC number 1, Mark 2s. 2 quantity, 1 pair. So obviously 2 alpha means 2 separate units. These were packed in February. Is that 77? February 77. So there you go. Now, there you go. So that's interesting. I find this interesting anyway, and the fact that these can still be got. So they're 1984, only issued NBC suits that have never been used. Now, when you consider, I went into the army in 1998. This was the stuff we were still using. So it was gone well past by its sell-by date, and if anything did happen, touch wood, it never did, and it never will. But if anything ever did happen that we had to use these, we were buggered. Because 1984, 1998, as I said, when I went in, absolutely nuts. Now these are actually British Army standard, exact same as the Irish Army, no difference, we use the same ones. So there you go. I hope you like what we provide here at Air Military Collectibles. Please like, please subscribe, and please tune in for the next video. If you want to get in contact with the channel, there is an email at the top of the video description. And if you want to support the channel, there is an Amazon wishlist also at the top of the video description. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you again.